I have to keep looking at my phone, you see. I can be 100% focused on you guys. Where is everybody tuning in from? Please let me know. Today we're going to be talking all about how you can create tons of rich content to spread your message and build your audience faster than ever. I'm really looking forward to getting into it. We've got 3 people live. So there you go. That's good. But at least we are live. That's the most important thing. All right, well, as and when questions come through, I'll get to them. Before I do that, however, allow me just to give you a quick reminder on something quite special that is happening very, very soon. I'd love you all to go over to youpreneur.com and get on the wait list, only if you're interested in building a personal brand and a business there as around it. The class of January 2017 is going to be opening up for our Youpreneur Academy very soon. I'd love for you to go ahead and check it out if you can. It would be fantastic. Okay, all right, so today I want to kind of really deep dive on the subject of content and just how important it is for you to create it on a regular basis, but more importantly, how you can create it and what type of content you should be creating in order to be able to build your business in the right way and be able to create that audience in a fast way as well. Hello, Ramona Rice. Good to see you. Green Bay, nice shirt. Thank you very much, Green Bay. Thought your name was Ronnie. Sorry, Ronnie. It's just my silly British sense of humor. Thank you very much for being here from Green Bay. Very much appreciate it. Yes, big Star Wars fan. Anybody that knows me knows I'm a big Star Wars fan. So before we get going with the content, do me a favor, guys. If there's anybody that you think that you know would like this, can you share it with them real quick? I have a little bit longer than I usually do. Normally my Facebook Live videos are normally just 5-minute type messages, but today I'd like to hang out for 10 or 15 minutes. Lots to cover content-wise, and then I'd really love to be able to do some good quality Q&A at the end of all this as well, if possible. So everybody, share right now. And let's get some more people in. Diego, good to see you. Thanks for being here, buddy. Appreciate it. All right, so let me just move this over here a little bit and pull my notes up so I can present to you properly, you see. All right, so why do we even want to bother about online content? You know, there's a lot of people that are always going on about content is king and this, that, and the other. And trust me, it is in today's business world, all right? We must make sure that we are creating high quality, original content on a regular basis to make sure that we're serving our audience in the right way. Jeff says, what's most important video channel? YouTube, Snapchat, Instagram? Video channel, I'd say YouTube. Still, however, you're getting that storytelling, that visual storytelling on Snapchat and Instagram, which is slowly but surely getting more and more traction, obviously. But I think in terms of a channel, I think you should still be building out your YouTube channel. It's one of the reasons why I'm launching Ducker Zone in January, which is going to be my weekly Q&A YouTube show. So make sure you tune in for that when we launch. But yeah, I think YouTube still pretty much holds the content side of things when it comes to video. So let's break it down. A few exercises for you as always, and then we'll go into Q&A right at the end of all this. I want quite a bit to cover, however. So let's look at how and why we need to be actually building more content in our archives anyway. Number one, it enables you to establish authority in your niche, okay? And you do that by offering information, all right, and education in regards to sort of how-to blog posts, maybe it's checklist ebooks, maybe it's case studies on some of your customers that have used your services before. Whatever the case may be, establish your authority first and foremost. Next thing is you've got to let your audience know about your brand and what you're all about and what you're going to be doing with that brand, right? So ultimately, start showing behind the scenes a little bit. Okay, show a little bit of what you're working on. Maybe you do project update posts of some variety, or maybe there's some posts in your archive that you can kind of wrap up into a single post and give people a bit of a expansion on that and some more reading material. Just let your audience know more about you, your brand, your messages on a regular basis. Very, very important. Now, I want you to seriously consider showing your personal side. And to Jeff's question not so long ago in regards to video, visual storytelling is becoming more and more and more important in our business lives today. There is something about being able to show people what we're up to, share with them the things that are going on in our businesses and our lives. People want to do business with other people. I talk about it all the time, my P2P relationship building philosophy. So take that to heart. You must take that to heart. Anybody that follows my daily antics on Instagram stories will see that I share pretty much everything. It's not just business, but I share a lot of different things on there. Mark has a quick question. I want to just kick in. The baby had us awake, so naturally I have him in one hand rocking him to sleep and have my phone in the other. Where are you in the world right now? Are you going to all in on YouTube? I've noticed some fancy videos in there. Yes, Mark. Am I going all in? No. But am I being more focused on YouTube going into 2017 than ever before? Yes, absolutely, without a doubt. We've just launched the first, I think the one you're talking about is the Chase It Down video mini-series. Episode 1 came out this week. We've got episode 2 and 3 coming out in the next couple of weeks, respectively. And then in January, we kick off big time with the hashtag Ducker Zone weekly Q&A show, which I just mentioned a minute ago. But yeah, I'm going bigger on YouTube than I ever have done before, but I'm not going all in. I'm still going to be doing lots of other things as well. Now, speaking of video, that visual storytelling that we touched base on a minute ago, very important to create that or bust down rather that barrier between you and your audience and the fact that they might even be on the other side of the world. All right, so inside of Youpreneur, which is my mastermind community, what I like to do is I like to try and bust down those barriers as much as I possibly can. Now, I do it in several different ways. I do it in forum blog posts. I do it in personalized videos that are only available inside of there that I just shoot with my phone real quick. Simple as that. I do it under private messages. So I'll private message members from time to time, ask them how they're doing. How's their day? What are they up to? Do they need any help? These are the things I do as the leader of that community to make sure that I build up the right kind of relationships with that particular part of my audience. So it's important to understand that all these different things, the blogging, the podcasting, the online video, the live video, the visual storytelling, the social video, all these things, very, very, very important to building a strong personal brand business online. On the subject of Youpreneur as well, if I can just share very quickly with you, we will be opening up the doors to our first ever Academy class in January. It'll be mid-January, still working on a little bit of the dates, but mid-January, the class of January 2017 will be opening up very, very soon. So if you'd like to get on the wait list, just head over to youpreneur.com. You can do so right now, and you'll actually get a little bonus video with me and Gary V chatting up a storm about personal branding in there as well. But I'd love to be able to welcome you when we do open up the community one more time with the Academy attached to it. It's a brand new program that we put together and we're very excited about it. So if you're into all this stuff and you want to take your personal brand up a notch or 10 going into next year, then please go ahead and get on that wait list. You will not only have access before everybody else, but you're also going to get a nice little pre-launch offer if you decide to join. So youpreneur.com for the wait list. Thank you so much. Okay, let's get back to the content. Let's deep dive a little bit, actually, on videos. My very, very good friend, Amy Schmidauer, who will be coming on to Youpreneur FM towards the end of January to talk about vlogging as a whole. What you got to try, she's so good because she breaks down her videos in playlists better than anybody else I know. Maybe Gary does it very, very well as well, but I know that Gary probably has a team of people doing that for him, where Amy really spends a lot of time on this stuff. So what I want you to do, get a piece of paper and draw like 6 little video boxes on there. You can even put like a pretend play button in there as well if you want. But then what I want you to do is come up with ideas on 6 videos that you can make to answer 6 questions or to focus on 6 topics that you know your audience would be interested in hearing from you on. Okay? Just 6. Then what I want you to do is record all 6 of those videos in one morning or one afternoon, one evening, whatever it is. Get them all done. They only have to be 2 or 3 minutes a pop. That's it. Then what I want you to do is schedule those 6 videos to go live once a week for the next 6 weeks. Now you've got 6 pieces of rich media content ready and waiting to get out there to your audience. Huge. Absolutely huge. So think about that. What are you using to shoot this live video? I'm using my Logitech webcam. I'm using my Audio Technica microphone. And I'm using Wirecast to go straight into Facebook. Thank you for asking. All right, great little setup. Nice and professional looking. All right, the third and the final tip and exercise, and thanks, by the way, to everybody who shared. I very much appreciate it. Please do share if you haven't shared already. I'd love that. Jeff, I can see a question coming from you, mate. I'm going to get to that as soon as I'm done with this last little exercise. So what I want you to do now is think about, in regards to rich content, rich media, what I want you to do now is think about repurposing some of the content that you've already created. This really is kind of like the lowest hanging idea fruit for us as content marketers, because what we can do is we go into our Google Analytics, or we can go onto our blog and see which ones have, which posts have been shared the most, or have a look at our podcast download numbers, whatever it is. Look at the 5 or 10 pieces of content that have done very, very well for you over the last, say, 6 months or so. Okay. Now, obviously, if you haven't started creating content yet, that's fine. You just come up with ideas as you go through these things anyway. But if you have, you've got a bit of an archive, go in, see what's done really, really well. Now, if you've got a blog post that's done great, why not consider shooting a little video about that and putting it up on YouTube? Or if you've got a video that on YouTube that's done fantastic, why not have that transcribed and turn it into a bit of a blog post? Maybe you've got a podcast episode that has been shared and downloaded like mad. Why don't you take the top 5 or 6 points in that episode and turn it into an infographic? You see what I'm doing here? All you're doing is you're just recreating, repurposing the content that you've already got in your archives, and you're turning it into other pieces of content, rich content that can then go ahead and be marketed and promoted and shared with the people that you want to serve the most. So my overall message here, guys, in regards to this and in regards to just online content in general, particularly rich content that you want to create properly, okay, and get it out there, is to just do it consistently, do it regularly, but most importantly, do it in a smart manner so that you're not burning the candles at both ends. All right, so that's my little rant over and done with for today. But I see that we do have some people on, and I want to try and get to as many questions as I possibly can. You've got any questions at all about building a personal brand, building a business based around your brand, content marketing, video, whatever it is, put it in the comment section right now. The chances are I'm gonna get straight to it, because we've only got about 12 people live right now. So if you want me to get to your question personally, go ahead and get it in there real quick. Okay, Jeff's got a question. How long would you recommend vlog segments? 5 minutes, 10 minutes, short, long? I know it depends on content, but any best practices? Great question, Jeff. I always believe that a piece of content should be as long or as short as it needs to be to get your point across properly. Now, if you look at some of the stuff I do online, some of my Instagram videos are 30 seconds long. Some of them are 60 seconds long. I take up the full minute. Some are just on Instagram stories. Some YouTube videos will be 2 or 3 minutes long. Some might be 15 minutes long. Here I am live with you right now, and I'm already probably at, I would have thought, 15 minutes or so by now. So every piece of content you create should be as long or as short as it really needs to be. It's that simple. There's no real cut and dry number. The other thing is that ultimately, I think that when it comes to things like blog posts, people are scanners. We scan. So you've got to break up text with subtitles and things like that. Podcasts tend to be slightly more long form content, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, because people are putting you into their earlobes and they're just kind of doing other things as they listen to you. Online video, a little tougher to deal with because there's a lot of distractions, let's face it. So sometimes your videos should be very, very short if you want that quick, punchy discussion point, or to help somebody very quickly. But for your sort of pleasure, your listening pleasure, I will tell you that Ducker Zone will probably float at around 5 to 6, maybe 7 minutes or so in length in every episode. So what we're going to do is we're going to answer 2 questions on each show. And the show will be once a week at first anyway. If it really takes off and people love it, then I might just switch it up to 2 times a week. But we'll see how that goes. But the bottom line is short or as long as it really needs to be. That's simple. Okay, that YouTube idea is great. We have just started a channel looking for different content ideas. Excellent, good, Mark. Glad to help you. Somebody typed in happy here. Opinion on Instagram live stream that's coming soon. Cannot wait. Cannot wait. Because I believe there are certain people, even though both are owned by Facebook and Instagram, and there's going to be live video on both, I believe that there are certain people that are more accustomed to just using Instagram than they are messing around on Facebook all day and vice versa. So I'm actually very excited about it. Very excited about it. I will definitely be using it for sure. Agree on video being a bit shorter. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you. Blase. Facebook ads. If you have your service launched, what's most effective? Live video to promote it versus upload video with a link? Live video. At this moment in time anyway, live video. Facebook is prioritizing live video like you wouldn't believe right now, without a doubt. Now, when you're launching and you're talking about Facebook ads, depending on the amount of traffic you get to your website or the number of people you have on your email list, those 2 areas on Facebook ads are very strong as well in terms of website visitor retargeting and email list retargeting. So those are 2 things that you should definitely test when it comes to your launch as well. But in regards to video, live video or uploaded video, live video all day, all night, all week, month, year, all the way. At this point, anyway. All right, guys, I think that's the end of my time with you today. I very much appreciate it. What I wanted to do one more time is if you're all about building a successful personal brand based around what you are about, what your experience can do for people, and those that you want to serve with all of that, I would really genuinely appreciate you getting onto the wait list for the Youpreneur Online Personal Brand Business Academy. We open up the class of January 2017 very, very soon. Hop on that VIP waitlist at youpreneur.com, and I promise that I will do nothing but drop as many value bombs on you as I physically and possibly can. You guys are great. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow right here on Facebook for another tip in regards to building a powerful, profitable personal brand. Until then, bye for now.